sibyo ebyewunyisa ebiri awo kale kigamba nti oba kale obuvunaanyizibwa bungi
anti obuvunaanyizibwa bwebwo bw'abaana kubanga
This is a story about hardship and encouragement. Listen as Kathy, our interpreter, who is also an orphan, discovers how this lady is coping with her own hardships and why she has asked for simple prayers of encouragement.
She's telling me that her husband passed away some time back and left her with seven children to raise. That is 4 boys and 3 girls. And then after some time, these boys also passed away and they left him. One of them had children, 4 children. And so she was left to take care of the children. And also one of her daughters left her with three children to raise. The rest passed away. She has some other granddaughters. Altogether there are 13 grandchildren. And she has to take care of them. The shelter, which we are right here at the front of her house, and so she has to take care of the children, feed them, cater for the school fees, and especially one of her grandchildren has a very what should I call it, bad health. She doesn't stay at home with all of these children. 7 of them are in boarding schools, and people have been coming around and trying to lend a hand, and that's how some of them are at school, though she's still struggling with debts to cover school fees. So she has a trouble to explain exactly how old they are, being that they are not her real children, they're just grandchildren. And she says that the oldest should be at around 18 years, though you can't relate that with their academic standards, in that the one that is ahead in academics is not the oldest as we would have rated it. He's bright, and that is why he's in high school doing, we would call it senior 5 in Ugandan studies, and then the oldest is in senior 3. That's ordinary level, not high school, but ordinary level, secondary school, ordinary level. But that's the oldest, is still in ordinary level. And then the youngest, she has 2 of them with the same age, that is 6 years, and the rest fall within 6 and 18. The basic things that she finds trouble in is shelter, because if in the holidays when all these children are back from school, it's really trouble for her to shelter them in this temporary thing, and medication and school fees and food, clothing. It's really difficult for her to keep up with all this. But she tries to do some business here and there, small scale business that cannot even take up to 0.3 of a million shillings, Ugandan shillings. It cannot go to 0.3. The capital is too small, and she borrows that money, and she can't really develop that business because of this whole load that she has. Sometimes she has to use even part of the capital, and she falls in debt, that kind of stuff. Kati era agambye nti onyonyodde bulungi nnyo kubanga ekibuuzo kye ekirala kyabadde agenda okubuuza kigamba nti onyonnyoleko ku baana bonyonnyoleko ne kati onyonnyoddeko kati n'abuuza nti kati abaana bano omukulu alina emyaka emeka asinga obukulu n'asembayo buto alina emyaka emeka?
kakati abato bali basatu kakati abato bali basatu kati waliwo ono wa myaka 6 waliyo olina teete
okubuuza omukazi nti olina emyaka emeka naye bw'obanga tokyulira mu buzibu obuulire olina emyaka emeka? Olina emyaka 65. She's 63 years old.
A friend and workmate who had traveled and lived in Uganda some time ago put $30 in my hand before I left with the instruction that I would know in my heart where to use that money. Needless to say, this lady's prayers were answered when she filled 2 Hessian sacks with fruit and vegetables from the markets.
Kana